Hello, it is I, Lowell with Gamer Guides, and I'm back with another Lies of P Overture boss guide. This time around, I'm helping you take the anguish out of fighting the Anguished Guardians of the Ruins with some tips that make this fight much easier. So you'll find the Anguished Guardians of the Ruins after traveling through the mining site in Chapter 3 of the DLC. It's a massive creature with an equally massive health pool and deals some insane physical damage, capable of deleting your Pinocchio immediately after an ill-timed dodge. Throw in a second form that activates when it's at about 60% health, and you've got one of the tougher Lies of P boss fights on your hands. But there is a trick to make this fight much easier. I won't bury the lead. If you're having trouble, learn to perfect guard at the right moment when the Anguished Guardian rears up to Fury Attack Body Slam just like this. If you're standing a little to its right, this gives you a massive window to attack the crystal weak spot on both its hand and its head. If you stay a little ways away from the Anguished Guardian to bait this Fury Attack, before long, it won't be anguished any longer. But if you want a little bit more information, let's go over each of the Anguished Guardian's moves before looking at how I specifically defeated it. Note that this guide is for the base difficulty and not any new Game Plus tier. So, in its first form, the Anguished Guardian has the following moves. A Body Slam Fury attack that is easily perfect guarded and punished. A close-up combo of its Trident Spear thing that's best avoided by backing away or rolling at the right moment. A wide Trident combo that you can either roll into to avoid or back away so it whiffs completely. Another Fury attack where it will slam its crystallized fist down after a combo. I had a hard time perfect guarding this one and tried to stay out of its way. The Anguished Guardian will leap about like a frog and spin its spears behind it. Just stay a little bit back when it does this. And that's about it for Phase 1. At about 60% health, the Anguished Guardian will get some celestial help. We went from fighting mining robots to a battle against a godlike being pretty quickly, don't you think? Anyway, here the Anguished Guardian gets a few more moves while keeping variations of its old ones. Right after changing, it will fire out a frost beam that travels left to right. Run to the right toward its hand to avoid this completely and get some damage in. It also has a frost beam combo, firing straight ahead and then to the left and right. These are fairly easy to dodge if you see them coming. Sometimes it'll slam the spear into the ground, which will soon start glowing and explode for a massive shockwave. Run for your life, specifically away from the Anguished Guardian. It also has a stabby spear combo that will pretty much one-shot you if you get caught in it. Run away or dodge forward to avoid it. He'll also swipe and slam with his non-crystallized hand a bit more. These are easily dodged or perfect guarded. And yeah, other than a small combo or two, that's about it for both forms of the Anguished Guardian. If you shatter the crystal on its hand, you'll have a decent window to get some damage in. And if you break the crystal on its head, you'll be able to get a fatal attack off and likely end this monstrosity for good. With its hand crystal broken, it will also rear back and fall down after perfect guarding its fury attacks. You'll have less of a window to get damage in here. So the Anguished Guardian is also weak to fire. Furthermore, consider equipping the Perfection Grindstone to automatically trigger perfect guards against some of its more difficult to avoid combos. With all that done, it shouldn't cause you too much anguish to take the Anguished Guardian down. So how did I beat the Anguished Guardian? My Pinocchio was around level 100 with 30 Vitality, 30 Vigor, 25 Capacity, 9 Motivity, 9 Technique, and 36 Advance. I also equipped the Iron Wall Amulet to soak some damage against physical attacks. I ran the tried and true Fire Salamander Dagger on the Acidic Crystal Spear handle to poke and prod the Anguished Guardian, triggering the fire status ailment often. Though I probably would have found more success with a heavier Black Steel Cutter as I was mostly punishing with heavy attacks. I baited out the Body Slam Fury attack as much as possible after learning the exact timing for how to perfect guard it, and then I let some charge attacks fly into the crystal weak points on its hand and head. This required me to stay a certain distance away and not approach too much, as doing so would trigger some spear swipes I never perfectly learned how to dodge or guard against. In its second phase, I ran to the right after the initial Ice Beam attack, got some damage in, then tried my best to keep my distance while using the Perfection Grindstone in a vain attempt to build stagger. It seems like the Anguished Guardian only staggers if you break the crystal weak points. Thankfully, it still does the Body Slam Fury attack in its second phase, so I simply tried to survive, keeping fire damage ticking and waited for said Fury attack. I got in as much damage as possible until I shattered the crystal horn on its head and can get off a fatal attack, which promptly ended the Anguished Guardian for good. And yeah, I think that's all you need to know to take it down. If you found a different strategy that worked well for you, let us know in the comments. And if you found this video at all helpful, don't be shy, like and maybe even subscribe so I know to keep on doing video guides for Lies of P Overture.